Okay, so I'm about to show you in this video a website called interlichtspielhaus, and this is not just a website. This is a YouTube channel as well, and there are a bunch of other sites that are connected to this. But I think one of them is like not up anymore or something like that. Anyway, uh, I don't know what this is. I've been following it for some time now. I've been like subscribed to their YouTube channel, and I genuinely have no idea what it is, if it's like an art project, if it's like an artificial intelligence or something. And it is so weird that you could even call it terrifying. And at first, it doesn't seem that significant. I mean, it's basically just like these like weird pictures and text. So here we have the respacing as beads, creating bees in historic locations, and you'll notice that none of this makes the least bit of sense. Open for business, the diamonds in rapture, finally dropped ordinarily, and as you can see, the image gets slightly more complicated as it goes on. The zones are all the same, even without identification. That makes no sense. Again, from the shining towers, which are burning all fires. And so just nonsense text in this final image. Well, it's not really a final image, but this is a classic Interlicht Spielhaus image. And what I mean by that is just like you'll see this like all the time. It's got this really specific font with this very weird T. Actually, no, that's an I. I just remembered that's the T. Uh, I think it's to sort of differentiate the I from like an L or something maybe. But anyway, you can see as beads, create B bead. Uh, the zones are all the same with identification. So this is all the text we've seen before, and this post is going to go on. And as you can see, you'll get even more complicated images like compilations, and we got this. This is cool. This is actually, I'm gonna open that in a new tab because this is really cool. I think, and then just goes on and on and on and on. And actually, no, I think, yeah, what we've ventured into a new post here. And as you can see, these posts are happening like more than daily. So as you can see at the top of my screen, the date right now is Wednesday, April 27th, and I'm recording this in 2022. So as you can see here, we have this was posted on I think this is in a different time zone. Obviously, this is German, and actually, if I go to Google Translate real quick and paste this in, it translates to Interlight Playhouse, which also is also translates, I've found, to Interlight Cinema, and so Video House. Uh, this can mean cinema, picture palace, what have you. So I typically, when I'm trying to talk about this, I don't really like pronouncing it or like Spielhaus or like spelling it. It's kind of hard. I'm not German, so I typically say Interlight Cinema. That's what I refer to this as. But anyways, as you can see, that new post down here was also posted today, and I'm sure you could like decode like what time it's posted at by this. So it's doing these like more than daily. Like it's just a constant stream of this stuff. And yeah, sometimes there are real life pictures. A lot of times we may be able to see a 3D render if we scroll down far enough. Maybe we can just choose like something from the archive right here. The thing is, what really gets me about this, and what makes me think that this is very significant, is that the sheer volume and frequency at which this stuff is posted is just mind-boggling. And if you go on your YouTube channel, for example, why is the search function not working? Is YouTube just broken? I think my fucking internet just broke. I had to unplug and replug the Wi-Fi adapter thing. I don't know if their YouTube channel still exists. I hope it does because, oh yeah, it does still exist. And it's got 1,000 videos. Actually, well, it's 1,059 videos. And they are just as, and I promise you, they are just as weird as the website. Their thumbnails typically look a lot more interesting than the actual videos. The videos are kind of boring. You don't want to sit down and watch a full one because it's just 4 minutes of like insufferable beeping, and there's 10-minute ones, which is just insane, and there's just endless content here. But this is a cool one that I thought was interesting, and I'll show it right here. Oh god, my internet's horrible. So, pardon the horrible noise. As you can imagine, you don't want to sit through this. I really think that this is really weird. I've been trying to analyze. The first time I saw it, I tried to analyze like what the hell's going on here. These pieces on this board, they look to be following some sort of pattern. This is some sort of pathfinding algorithm of time of day. This thing is changing. I don't know what these are. They're like trees or something. Very weird random shifts in the lights. The camera moves. And this is very strange because the camera movement is in a very organic way. And that is a movement a human would make. If you see this, the way the camera's moving, that is definitely something that a person would do when they're viewing and panning a 3D scene, because the videos themselves are so complicated, they're so algorithmic, they're so generated, and they are posted with such frequency that it seems completely, oh, look at that Ukraine, it seems completely impossible that a human would be able to do this. This is another cool looking one. This is some more 3D rendering, I think. And as you can see, I think these are in some way connected to the thing posted on the site, because as you can see, very, very similar stuff. Lots of connecting lines, a lot of these like blocks with this text. You can see in the slideshow images that quickly flashes by. It looks like some Game of Life thing right there. This is really cool. Some sort of weird depth of field. Objectively, this is insane. The fact that it exists is even more insane. And what's even more insane is the fact that no matter where I've looked, no one has seemed to have like paid any attention to this. I am the only person, me and the people I have told about this are like the only people who know about this, as far as I know. I have not seen any other person do a video on this. I've never seen anyone post about it. I've never seen anyone do anything about it. I've never seen this on one of those, like, you know, those like fucking internet icebergs that are like scraping the bottom of the barrel for content. None of them have seen this before. Nobody knows about this, and it's huge. It is massive, and it's so unexplainable. And I suppose it's probably a good idea for me to talk about what I think this is. What I think this is it is the progress log of some sort of research project where they're training an artificial intelligence to do something. And initially it seems very likely that this artificial intelligence is being trained to do some sort of natural language processing, because these sentences, they are coherent, they make grammatical sense, but they're utterly nonsensical. The last base is almost world to reckon with. I mean, you can see the last base is almost world. That's almost grammatically correct, but I'm rendering field surfaces from words following. Rendering field surfaces, I don't know. Does this look like a rendered scene to you? I mean, you probably could render this. This would demonstrate a extremely impressive skill in photorealistic 3D rendering. I wouldn't be able to do this, definitely. But there is sort of a very, very perfect quality to these. They look, the depth of field that these photos have, these particular ones of cardboard, definitely doesn't really look like something you get out of a camera. I think this depth of field definitely looks something you'd see in Blender. It looks like this image is only half loading, and you can see the full image here, and right here you can see this is a part of my natural language processing theory. Look at this. Look at these words and how they're connected. I think that this is something similar to a semantic web map. I don't really know which is which, to be honest. It's called something, but it's a concept in psychology where humans they don't remember like individual concepts. They remember People remember like concepts like how they, in terms of how they relate to one another, like and that's how people are able to learn language. And I think that if this is some sort of research artificial this some sort of artificial intelligence research project, that that's probably what's going on here. They're probably training some sort of neural network model to be able to process language in the exact same way that humans can. Who knows? This might just be the output of some GPT-3 model, although this has been around for a very long time. If you go back to the archives, the first posts are from 2011, which is nuts. And if these will load, we can see some of the original ones. And it's very weird because it doesn't really seem to be changing. Like, the posts made like this long ago are pretty similar to the posts made like really recently. So that could suggest this is like some sort of art project. Either way, I don't believe that a human is doing this. I believe that this is being algorithmically generated and posted. And it's something that I can support this theory with their comments you'll find are disabled. And this video is on YouTube Kids. And I think what happened is, I remember when they first rolled out like some that COPPA stuff, that big scare that happened a long time ago. I think it was like relatively a long time ago. It wasn't that long ago, but at least I don't think. That was when this channel got set to made for kids, and I think the reason why that is because the YouTube channel is not being moderated, or managed by a human. It is just a machine that has been set to use the YouTube API to post videos whenever it needs to. This is, yeah, as I said before, the fact that this exists at all is just completely insane, and I won't even begin to like try and decipher like what this is. What is this? One thing you'll notice is that this actually opened in archive.org, and that's because this thing, whatever it is uploading all of its images to archive.org, and that's where they're being hosted. I don't know why it's uploading them to archive.org, and I did look into their the profile that was uploading them. Interlichtspielhaus, same thing, and there's not any information. And that's the weirdest part about this. No information about this. It's just there. It's there. There's no explanation. There is nothing. There is nothing to go off of. There are no leads. If there were, I probably would have found them by now. Or maybe this video might inspire someone with better analytical skills than me to try to get to the bottom of this. Regardless of its importance, I think it's definitely quite interesting, and it's just so strange that it exists, that I think that fact alone, it really warrants some sort of investigation. But anyways, that does it for Interlichtspielhaus. If you like what you see, then subscribe. I might cover this again in the future. I highly suggest checking this out and looking at it for yourself. Some of the images look pretty cool. You could probably use them as a wallpaper, maybe, if you want. A lot of it's very interesting. Some of the videos are even mesmerizing. I've even heard some cool music in one of them occasionally. If I knew what it was, I'd definitely play it. But anyways, see ya.